For many Jews living in the first century, taxes were more than a financial obligation. They were a constant reminder of both their religious duties and their subjection to Roman rule. Although God's people had long supported true worship through contributions and tithes, the numerous taxes imposed during Jesus' day created significant hardship. Against this backdrop, Jesus provided practical guidance that helped his followers maintain a proper view of their obligations to God and to human governments. The Israelites were used to paying for genuine worship from ancient times. However, in Jesus' day, taxes became a difficult and burdensome issue for the Jewish people. All adult Jews were required to pay a half shekel, 2 drachmas, to finance worship at God's sanctuary. That was utilized in the first century to maintain and offer sacrifices at the temple that Herod constructed. When several Jews questioned Peter about Jesus' position on the subject, he replied that he was in favor of the tax. To pay that tax, he actually told Peter to collect a coin. Back then, God's people were also required to tithe, which meant donating 1/10 of their earnings or crops. The religious authorities demanded that this tithe be paid meticulously on all vegetables, including the mint and the dill and the cumin. While Jesus did not condemn tithing, he did point out the scribes' and Pharisees' hypocrisy. However, the Romans were in power at the time, and they imposed a variety of civil levies. One was a levy imposed on landowners, which they might pay with products or cash. This was reportedly imposed at a rate of between 20 and 25%. Every Jew was subject to a head tax as well. The Pharisees questioned Jesus about this tax. "Pay back, therefore, Caesar's things to Caesar, but God's things to God," is how he summed up the correct stance. Additionally, goods entering or leaving a tariff region were subject to a duty. This fee was collected at town or market entrances, ports, bridges, and intersections. Under Roman authority, the general tax load on the populace was unduly high. When Jesus was alive, under Emperor Tiberius, Syria and Judea, exhausted by their burdens, implored a reduction of tribute, according to the Roman historian Tacitus. The way the taxes were collected increased the load. The authority to do so was put up for auction. In order to profit from the receipts, the best bidders hired third parties to handle the actual collection. Such collectors seem to have worked under Zacchaeus. It makes sense that people were upset about this and had a bad image of the people they had to deal with personally while paying taxes.